Hello everyone, Orange here. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to my May Trial of Ascension Hard series. Today we're on level 60. It's Julianne. I think it's Julian, but Julianne is like a girl's name, I think. Pretty sure it's supposed to be Julian. I don't know what happened with that spelling. Okay, so, I think I actually failed this level once or twice before I passed it. So you gotta be paying attention to some stuff when your rune quality is somewhat bad. You can't just do whatever, you gotta be paying attention. So I have some tips for you guys to help you pass this level. The first tip is to defense break the two Artemeals because their damage scales off their defense. So if you defense break them, it reduces their defense, which means they'll be doing less damage to you. So you'll see me trying to get my defense debuff on both of them with my Bella. And I would provoke the... Actually, it doesn't really matter if you provoke the boss too much. You gotta be careful though because the Artemeals have a heal, and which is why Arya is so good because of her unrecoverable debuff, and then the provoke will also help stop the Artemeals from healing. So I didn't have too much of a problem with this level, so you'll see me mess up a little bit, and I think the Artemeals get a heal or two off, so if you are having troubles, or if you're just doing this for the first time, I'd be more careful with who you choose to revoke and whatnot, because the boss, his skills, he doesn't have too many flashy skills. I'm sure your Vero can tank him no problem, especially if you have that glancing debuff on him. So I would focus more on taunting the Artemeals when they're about to heal, and focus on getting your unrecoverable debuff on whichever Artemeal is getting low. Like you see right there, he got healed, so the level would have been faster if I used my Arya second skill, which I think I just didn't use at all. And then also, if you plan to sleep a target, sometimes you have to leave them alone if you CC them. So for instance, if I landed my sleep on an Artemeal, you may just want to leave him alone and let him sleep through that turn instead of trying to overlap CC. So let's say your stomp is up or something like that, or your attack bar reset. You might not even want to risk it if he's asleep, because if you miss your attack bar reset, Beretta's attack bar reset does do damage, so you might wake him up and then he might start healing and you might fail or something like that. So keep the defense debuffs on them at all times. Dots work wonders against them. And then the boss wasn't too much of a problem. So I think those are all the tips that I have for you guys. I will have all my runes in the description in a photo album along with my skill ups. Everything is fully skilled up besides my Arya. Her third skill is fully skilled, her second needs one more point I think, and then her first needs a couple more points, so I'll have that in my photo album. I'll type out the details so you guys can check that out. And I think this team is just a really good team, like, on paper when you look at it, so I just stuck with this team. I'm pretty sure you need a healer for this level. It actually wouldn't be necessary if you can keep your stuns up on the Artemeals, but I find that I didn't have a problem with a healer, but I think later on I'm probably going to not use a healer. Like, right now I just passed 70, which is the Occult Girls, and then 80 is Sierra this month, so I don't know if I'm going to use a healer for Sierra. I'm going to try to go without a healer, so I'm probably going to try to use Beretta, Vero, Arya, Mav, and probably a speed booster. Probably Verd, I think. I'm not really sure. I'll have to try some stuff. I could maybe actually use Bella, I'm not sure. I'll think about it, and I always try a bunch of different teams before something works. I just recorded my video for level 70, and I had to do like a lot of troubleshooting, and then eventually I kind of came across the proper strategy that I think I should have already known about, but I think I just forgot it or something. So that's in that video. And yeah, the boss does have a heal. It's like kind of a small heal, I guess. But the attack or the unrecoverable debuff is probably never a bad thing to make the level go faster, and you might be finding that he's not dying very fast, so that's why Arya is so good with that unrecoverable, and then the glancing and the slow. So that's pretty much the whole level. I'll just skip ahead to the end because it's not too eventful. I definitely need to work on my rune quality because my Arya and Mav are squishy and very slow, and my Bella could be better. My Bella's actually okay now, I think. So we'll skip to the end. Victory! He does some damage to my Vero, actually. I went back to see how much damage he did to my Vero. Victory! A Rainbowmon! Yay! Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope my tips helped you guys, and feel free to comment if you guys are struggling. I will do my best to help you. I can try to help you with teams and stuff like that. So that's it for this video. I will catch you guys later.